Hi, I'm Rui from blinkingcarrot.com, and in this video I'll be showing you how you can use Sublime text to efficiently generate SQL statements. Sublime is an advanced text editor that runs in Windows, Mac, or Linux. To demonstrate how you can use it to build SQL, I'll be using a Postgres database and the Postgres interactive terminal to get textual information about a database table. Although I'm using Ubuntu for this demonstration, all of this would also work on Windows or Mac and also using other database engines like MySQL or SQL Server. The first thing I'm going to do is open the Postgres interactive terminal, connect to a database, and then get a description of a database table. The command to open the interactive terminal is psql, and you can follow it by a database name. To get the description of a database table, you use \d and then the table name, which in our case will be flybys. This is information that the Postgres interactive terminal provides. It has all the column names, their types, and some extra information. In sum, it has everything that we need to create SQL to interact with this table. Now, all that we need from here is to copy this data and paste it in Sublime text. Now that we have all this in Sublime text, we're going to take advantage of one of its features named multiple cursors to go from this to a parameterized SQL insert statement. There are a few ways to turn on multiple cursors. The one we will be using now involves selecting multiple lines and pressing Ctrl-Shift-L. This will give you a cursor per line. Each cursor will act accordingly to the contents of its line. This allows me to go from this to the start of each line in one go, jump over the column names, and select everything except the column names and delete it. We now have one column name per line. We can add a comma after each column name by pressing comma once, and put everything neatly in a single line as a comma-separated list of column names by simply pressing delete once. We can now delete the extra comma at the end, wrap everything in parentheses, and we can now start writing our insert statement. Flybys is the name of the table. We can now copy the column names and paste them in the values section of the statement. We still need to add an @ symbol before each parameter in the values section. But imagine we also want them to be camel case. We can also do that. First, let's take advantage of the column names being separated by a comma. Another way to get multiple cursors in Sublime is to select some text and press Ctrl-D. This will give you a cursor per each new instance that matches the selection. We can now select a comma and press Ctrl-D repeatedly until we've selected all the commas in the parameters. We can press right twice to get to the next parameter name and press @. This will give you an @ symbol after or preceding each parameter name except the first, which we can add manually. We can now take advantage that every parameter starts with the @ symbol to make the parameter names be camel case. We can select the first @ symbol, press Ctrl-D repeatedly until we get a cursor for each. Select the character after the @ symbol and press Ctrl-K-U. That will make the selection uppercase. Last thing we need to do is to get rid of the underscores and make the character next to them be uppercase. So we can repeat the process, which involves selecting one underscore, pressing Ctrl-D until we have all the underscores we want to get rid of. Press delete once, select the character that follows them, and pressing Ctrl-K-U to make them uppercase. We now have a parameterized insert statement, and we didn't have to write any column names manually. I hope this video has given you a few ideas on how you can use multiple cursors to save a few keystrokes. By the way, this feature is not exclusive to Sublime Text. If you're a Visual Studio Code user, you'll be happy to know that it supports it as well, and it even has the same key bindings. However, it is less complete in VS Code. For example, it's not possible to uppercase a selection. Hope you enjoyed this video. See you on the next one.